the stories all about how our Knights came in and pumped up the crowd. And we'd like to take a minute, just pull up a chair, tell you all about the week on Inside the Lair. Rehearse and rip up the stage, and our athletes work hard and know how to play. Singing out, working, drumming, all cool. You hear the bands and the choirs repping our school. When a couple of guys thought up something good, started making videos in our neighborhood. If you ever miss a game, don't get scared. Catch the recap with Kirby and Blair.
Good afternoon, Night Nation! We have woken up from our nap, and we are ready. A one-year nap. It's Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. Last year, episode 4, 1 episode. This year, we promise to do more than that. Season 5 underway. Yes, we got a lot to talk about. Lots of new stuff going on here, and starting off new is our new logo here.
Excitement,
right there.
Right. Excitement.
And it popped out about a month ago, and it's a nice logo. We're starting to incorporate it into our Knights wear, and it really pops out. You nice colors, and we also have an Alpha logo, which is the KW, and that's nice too. It's a variation of a kind of an older KW design, which is nice. So you're gonna start seeing that out and about, and if you need some Knights wear, contact any of the teams. They're selling stuff right now. So
2 strong logos, and like we said, every strong product has a strong brand, has a strong logo. And we finally got it. This transition period's over, and it's just in time for the new construction, which is hopefully wrapping up here soon. But the facilities are looking better each day.
Yep, it's a daily improvement. Not everything is going to be done by the first day of school, but it's close. Yep. The new gym extension is open. That's been open all summer. Some of the hallways are still closed, but some couple bathrooms are still closed. But it's coming along, and I think in a couple weeks, you're going to see a beautiful front entrance opened up. The football field, first football game tomorrow night. First football game in like 650 days, and that was all part of the construction. So it's going to be really nice as we progress into the fall to see all these new things take place. But until then, if you're coming to school, make sure that you are obeying the rules that say, don't go in here, don't go in there, and because sometimes it isn't as tight as it was when it was first under construction, because there's so much movement going on and things are changing on an hourly basis, basically. So just be careful when you're here at school, but in a couple weeks it's going to be good to go.
Yeah, I'm just excited for it because our students right now get to use it, but my kids, when they get older, are going to be able to use it. So I'm very excited for it.
Yep.
But let's kick off the season here with the volleyball team, the number 1 ranked team.
Number 1.
That's right. Strong season ahead of them. They have switched classes this year.
Yep, they're down in Class A now, but they're in a really tough section. Section that includes Medford. They're the 2 kind of teams to beat. Medford had a really good run last season.
Very strong.
And I think that
Wem might even be.
Wem is. I think last night they were saying Wem's in a different section. That this could be a state preview.
Sure.
But KW starts the season with 2 top 8 matches. They played Caledonia last Saturday night up in Edina, and they took care of Caledonia 3-0. And that's tough because you're playing on a neutral floor. You're playing in a big gym up in the cities. And to play a team that's pretty solid in Caledonia and to have that kind of result is a great start to the season. Allie Peterson with 17 kills, Juliana Boyum with 16 kills. That's a good start for our Lady Knights as they got out there and really did some nice things against Caledonia.
Anytime you're tested early and often, as a coach, it's like, okay, which way is this game going to go?
Yep.
And it's exciting that we were able to pull off last night's big victory against Waterville.
Yeah, that was a big game.
Right, as we were down early. We lost first match.
First set.
Yep. And we were down 1-0 or 0-1, and then we came storming back. Had an epic battle that second set.
KW had 6 set points. Wem had 1, but Wem kept storming back, kept getting into it. And it was one of those sets that was kind of similar in listening to the section final last year where they lost and they just couldn't get over that hump. They had some opportunities. In this one, the Knights prevailed, and I think that has a lot to do with experience. And then game sets 3 and 4 it was all Knights.
Right, that second set, I think they even took the lead after we had 5 or 6 set points. But yeah, like you said, we are senior heavy again this year, and the Knights volleyball team just keeps cranking out good players. And here's how that second set ended last night in a thriller, 28-26 for the Knights. Excuse me, wrong button. And you can feel right in that video that they know how important it is. Okay, in football, it's a much easier game if you score first.
Yep.
They did not get that first set. They needed to get that second set, and you can just feel, okay, a big exhale, let's take care of business these last 2 sets.
And it's a sign of a really experienced, polished club when you can be down like that and not panic and just get to work, just be a little bit better and get over the hump. And they came out and they really dominated after that struggle in the first set. So nice job by them last night. Allie Peterson with 23 kills, Juliana Boyum again with 16, and then Manny Lipke with her 1,000th assist in her career. Cool. So that's pretty sweet too. This is going to be a team that you're going to want to watch. Like 3 years ago, we had this wrestling team that we kind of had that feeling that they could be really special, and they went on to do great things. This is a team that you start to get that feeling that they have the potential to be really special. So it's going to be fun to watch them this fall.
Well, I think they're a pretty well-rounded team.
They are.
Got 2 really good setters in Maddie Lipke and Riley Doomer. And then they've got some really experienced hitters. Allie, she's going to the school in Nashville, Belmont University. Yep. Congrats to her. But Juliana Boyum, she's a great hitter. Haley Lairfold, Megan Matson, Ellie Benson, Leah Berg's getting some run. And they've got a new libero, Kaya Johnson, this year on the starting squad. So
it's a really good team, right? And really well coached and solid from top to bottom, and some good depth too, which I think is important. So it's going to be fun to watch them. And speaking of big hitters, the football team,
squad.
We hope they're big hitters tomorrow night as they take on the Cleveland Clippers.
Yep. And
it's going to be at home, and our first home game in like 650 days. And the Clippers come to town. They've played 9-man football extensively for the last several years. So this is going to be their first 11-man game in a long, long time, if at all. I don't know what the history books say, but it's going to be a big opportunity for the Knights to really make a statement. And if you win that game, it'll forever go down as you won that first game here at the new reconstructed field.
Yeah, the Clippers, you can't overlook them. I know they played 9-man, but they've had a pretty strong history of competitive teams, including a state run, I think, just 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They finished 5-4 last year in 9-man, and this is a really big game. We want to start the season off in a positive way. Getting that first victory on Thursday night is the best way to do it. We've got 7 seniors on the squad.
Yep.
5 captains this year. 3 seniors. We have Tate Erlinson, Cole Flum, Wyatt Foss, that are the 3 senior captains, and then the 2 big boys in the middle, Owen Hilke and Carter Quam, that are juniors that are also leading us. And this is a tight group that they love being around it. We were working hard yesterday in the rain in the hallways, running up and down as fast as we could, and afterwards they're giving high fives. They love to be around each other, and that's what makes it fun.
I think a lot of people outside of the program don't give the Knights a lot of respect this year. They think that it's going to be another tough year.
It was a tough,
but what they don't see is what we have up front. We have probably one of the toughest offensive lines that we've had in this program in 10, 15 years. A very, very big, physical offensive line. We're a little deep too in there. We got some guys that can come in and help out. This is a line that's really going to create some opportunities for our running backs and our passing game. And it should be fun to watch. We got some good running backs, albeit inexperienced because we're missing our bell cow from last year. But we've got guys like Josh Schmidt and Tyler Craig. Those guys can really come in, I think, and do a nice job, along with Bray Olson. And I think Luke Berger, quarterback, is gonna have a good year. It's looking like he's trending nicely in practice. And then on the outside, you've got Tate Erlinson at receiver, who I think is going to make some big plays, not only catching the ball, but I think with his legs too.
Well, the Knights, like you said, they are deep, and they've got a lot of quality players, and unfortunately, they can only get 11 on the field. So there's going to be guys that are rotating in, hopefully keeping us fresh for the fourth quarter where we really need a push. Like you said, get your playmakers out there. Luke Berg's gonna take the ball from the center this year as quarterback. Tate, he moved out to wide receiver.
Yep.
He had a great attitude about it, and he is going to be a playmaker for us. Got to get the ball in his hands.
Yep, should be fun.
We've got, like you said, Josh Schmidt, Tyler Craig, Bray Olson. They'll probably get the majority of the handoffs out of the backfield. But then you've got Casey Westberg running tight ends. You got the Johnson brothers that want to block really well. And then on the other outside, you've got guys like Riley Horn, Tanner Engelstead, Danny Van Epps, anybody else that I missed. It's a really deep group and a fun group of kids to coach.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun to watch us. And I think if we get on the right foot here against Cleveland, moving to next week, we're going to go to Winona and play Cotter down at Paul Giel Field. And I think that would be another opportunity for some success. And all of a sudden, you win a couple games, you start feeling really good about it. And that's kind of how we had that run 3 years ago, where we just started peeling off wins. And, I think this is a team that a lot of people outside the program have overlooked for this year. I think this is a team that has some talent. Having coached some of these younger varsity guys in the junior high level, I've seen this potential. I think it's time for them to shine a little bit. So it's going to be fun to see. Coach Weemy's done a great job getting the team ready, and defense looks pretty solid too under Coach Hawkinson. So we encourage you to get out there tomorrow night. Game's at 7 o'clock. There's going to be a couple food trucks there. It's going to be the first game, so you can say we're kind of part of history. And it should be fun to see the field lit up once again, because it's been a long time.
A couple of guys that really make an impact on defense too. Alec Johnson, he's a sure-handed tackler on the outside. Those other guys we mentioned on the offense, they're going to be playing both ways too. Brendan Rass, a big hitter. Mm-hmm. We're having we're trying to find where do all these guys fit into what position.
Right.
It's get your best players out there and make sure that you got guys rotating in to keep them not only fresh for the fourth quarter, but to keep them safe too. So,
right, and right now we have a lot of guys that are kind of the same height and weight, and so you got to kind of figure out who can do what. And I think right now the strength of our team is the offensive line. You talk to the other coaches, and they say that line is something special. So it'll be fun to see them. And the great thing about that line is that there's not a lot of seniors on that line. There's a lot of underclassmen, so that's good for the future as well. So get out there, support your Knights tomorrow. Support the volleyball team. It should be a heck of a fall. We also have soccer with the co-op with Triton, and we also have cross country, and we'll touch on those sports next week. But I think cross country is with Zumbrota still. It'll be fun to see what they do. But congratulations, all our athletes. You've made it through that first couple weeks, and now you get back to school, and now you kind of get in that regular routine. So good luck.
If anybody ever has any information on the soccer or on the cross country, we'd love to have it.
Take it.
Give us all the information so we can.
Don't forget Trap Team. I think they have fall.
Are they have fall? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, but we know we get some info too. So
it was fun this first episode.
Yeah, I want to wish everybody a great back to school. We're glad that you're here. We hope that you have a great school year, and we hope that you know that you are all cared about here at the KW. No matter what you do, we are here, and we want you to know. We want you to have a great 2019-2020 school year. 2020, wow, crazy. But have a good school year. Come on back, be safe, and we'll see you weekly here on Inside the Lair. Hey! Good afternoon, Night Nation! I didn't hear it go ding, ding, ding. We're going to do that again.